Israel has admitted their troops killed 3 hostages after mistaking them for a threat. Images released by the Israeli army show what they say are Israeli soldiers fighting Hamas in Khan Yunis, including at one of the homes of Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar. An IDF spokesperson made the announcement.
במהלך הקרבות בסג'אעיה, כוח צה"ל זיהה בשוגג 3 ישראלים חטופים כאיום. כתוצאה מכך, הכוח ירה לעברם והם נהרגו.
Earlier, the Israeli army confirmed the death of a French Israeli. Around 100 people gathered in Paris in support of hostages held in Gaza.
Il reste malheureusement que 3 Français et non plus 4 depuis cette nuit en détention, morts ou disparus ou en otage dans les tunnels par les monstres du Hamas. Et nous sommes là tout simplement pour justement ne pas oublier jusqu'au dernier otage.
So far, 110 hostages have been freed and 129 remain captive, without it being possible to know if they're alive.
The moment a heated council meeting erupted into chaos. Ukrainian police have published this video of a man dressed in black allegedly attempting to disrupt a municipal meeting in the Zakarpattia region in the west of the country. Authorities say the unnamed local official detonated 3 grenades, injuring 26 people. 6 are in critical condition, including the assailant. Special services, the SBU, say they have opened a terror investigation. Meanwhile, Kyiv is reeling after air forces shot down a barrage of Russian drones Thursday night, allegedly launched from Krasnodar. While experts question the future of military aid to Ukraine, soldiers on the front lines say they are missing their families, but will not lose their fighting spirit.
Не вистачає мирного життя, щоб скоріше закінчилась війна і ми всі повернулись додому, до своїх родин, до своєї роботи і за це все забули. Сімейного, родинного тепла не вистачає. Ну оці от малюнки, що діти малюють, вони зігрівають трохи.
This after fresh claims that Moscow was once again attacking the country's energy facilities. Last winter, thousands of Russian drones and missiles targeted Ukraine's power sector, causing sweeping blackouts.
Georgia's parliament celebrated being granted EU candidate status a day after the decision was taken. Friday's parliamentary session opened to the sound of the European Union anthem. There were also celebrations in the streets of Tbilisi, an event organised by Prime Minister Irakli Garibashvili. On Thursday evening, during an EU Council session, the decision to open the first door to Georgia was announced. An application for membership was lodged in March 2022, following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The whereabouts of imprisoned Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny remained unknown on Friday. The Russian prison authorities said he'd been transferred from the prison where he'd been held since June 2022, but did not specify where. According to his lawyers, they've had no contact with their client since the 5th of December. Members of his staff said that his transfer was due to the announcement that he was going to campaign against the re-election of President Vladimir Putin.
Serbia goes to the polls this Sunday in a key parliamentary election, the 5th in a decade. The opposition are challenging the dominance of populist President Alexander Vučić and his SNS party. Vučić's government is in hot water after 2 mass shootings earlier in the year, protests and tensions in neighbouring Kosovo. Initially scheduled for the 30th of April 2026, the 53-year-old called the snap election. He won the 2022 presidential elections with around 60% of the votes. In opposition is the Serbia Against Violence Coalition, or SPN, a union of candidates from 8 different liberal, environmental and pro-European parties. But according to the latest polls, the opposition might not secure enough ballots to get them over the line. If predictions are correct, the ruling party will get 40% of the vote, while the opposition coalition will come in second with around 26%.